Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot?
What's that, Barry?
I think I left the stove on. So stupid. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Bum.
Ding music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the final month of TUBI Originals. And wow, what a ride it's been for this month.
We definitely saved best for last.
This is we have low ratings, but I feel like this is going to be our lowest rating month. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. You know, after the Super Bowl ad and a lot of people on TikTok talking about TUBI original movies and how goofy they are.
Right.
You
and
might
goofy,
see a spike.
Goofy can be good.
Right? Let's go to our first segment where I Dr. Seuss you a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sharks been on blades, cruising the streets. Sharks been in snow, stalking the sleets. But who could have guessed that a shark could be on the dark side of the moon? That's crazy. That's a stretch. So will this team make it back home? We'll just have to see on shark side of the moon. I don't even know how to begin talking about this movie.
It has a very simple plot.
Yeah.
It is basically World War II, Russians. Not World War II.
Oh, Cold War.
Cold War. The Russians create shark-human hybrids to help beat the Americans. And then, goofing around, they drop a bucket onto one of the laser protector grids, and the sharks escape. They have no idea what to do because now these sharks which have been bred to be extra aggressive, are just going to overrun Russia. So they trick them into getting into a space shuttle so they could fly them into space where there will be no air and hopefully the sharks will die.
Yeah. That's pretty much the beginning of this film, right?
Yes.
And then we cut to, 40 years later?
Yep.
40. Or 44 years later? Yep. Something like that. And now we have a team of Americans. And, it's weird because this movie is like, it looks good and bad at the same time. Because, it's an Asylum film, which is a Kobe classic studio.
Right.
Where would you put Asylum?
Famed Sharknado.
Where would you put Asylum on the scale of like Full Moon? Has it reached Full Moon status? It's
different because Full Moon, they both know what part they play in the sci-fi / horror genre, and it is different locations. Yeah, and they both are the best at what they do.
It's also because like Full Moon has like a funny enough, it has a very cohesive universe, Full Mooniverse, if you will.
Right.
Where we have doll men, it was demonic. I forgot what demonic toys.
Demonic toys.
What's it called? What's the other
Puppet
one?
Master.
Puppet Master. They all coincide within the same universe.
Right. You do crossovers. Yeah.
Which is how you make, a studio like that keep going. Because like people across like ever since like movies, even literature love crossovers.
Oh yeah.
Like, just imagine if we had, like, a Beowulf meets Zorro. Amazing.
Right, but it's Freddy versus Jason. Oh, just, right. Predator, AVP, Alien. Yeah.
So,
Godzilla, Kong.
Oh, and it's funny enough that Asylum has continued that in a different aspect where they're more into like the creature features of drive-ins past.
Right.
Did you see on Tubi they have a Bigfoot versus Megalodon?
What?
So I just want to like settle you in for the kind of class of movie that we're talking about today. But today, no, and so we have this crew of Americans that are going to go to the moon to try to hopefully establish some sort of settlement.
Right.
They want to test out like, oh, can we grow algae on the moon? That way we can maybe create a what's called like an atmosphere.
Right. Yep. And they're going to the dark side of the moon,
Right.
because there's less sun radiation on that side. So they think that's going to be where they're going to be able to. There's a little science.
Oh,
It's not necessarily strong science, but there is some science.
And it's funny because like when we start the film, we get like this Jennifer Coolidge great value version of her. Actress who unfortunately is pregnant, and so she can't make it onto the mission. So we get a cut of this engineer who's on his motorcycle, and I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be super badass.
Yeah.
Kind of is mid, but
Really,
yeah,
we'll get to that at the end.
They set him up so strong, right? But okay,
the little pregnancy thing was just like the
Weird.
biggest. It was
what? Question mark.
Why is that there?
I don't know. But they start to make their way to the moon.
But the actress who is pregnant and is only in the movie for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
She is in like 35 asylum movies. So I think that she's like on a contract, and they're just like, everything we can put you in, we're gonna put you in.
Hey, I mean, hey, get your
She's
check.
somebody's wife or something. I don't know.
Get the check. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they end up launching into space, and like the space travel is actually very minimal to this portion of the movie. This movie is only like an hour and 20 minutes.
Right.
And so like they actually get quite close to the moon very fast in the movie. And so when they're trying to plan their trajectory onto the moon, they get knocked off course, and now they're like 20 miles away from their initial drop site.
Right. Like a 1% change in there, but but it's because they're trying to land into the largest crater, and now they're not going to be able to. They're going to have to land close to it.
Yeah. And like, there's already some stuff on the moon that they can maybe like harness the power of to hopefully get them to where they need to be. But they end up crashing onto like not crashing, but like having to go onto like another drop site, which they do. And so some of the people, some of the crew, the commander and the guy on the motorcycle and a couple other people, they go out to this rover site that they have to hopefully get some parts from that to help fix the ship.
Right, yeah, because they've had the traveling rover that's been kind of circling the moon, and that's why they know where the good spots are, where to land, and that kind of thing, even though it didn't really work.
And so when they go over there, all of a sudden they hear rumbling.
They hear rumbling because the guy who's looking for the rover has a bloody nose, because when they kind of rough landed, he hit his nose on his iPad, I don't know, that he was holding, and now he's got a bloody nose. And you know what attracts sharks? Blood.
But they're like going through this moon like they're in the ocean. It is insane, right? Oh, well, first we should explain the physiology of these sharks, because they're hybrids.
Right.
So they have legs.
Right, arms and legs.
But then their body is shark. Just imagine like the PlayStation 2 graphics of what King Shark from Suicide Squad would look like.
I was gonna say a little bit buffer version of King Shark from the Suicide Squad movie. Yeah. But yes, we both were going King Shark.
And so they start to get attacked. One of the crew members gets chomped in half. So it's pretty brutal, right? And all of a sudden, a spear comes down from the sky.
Right.
And then we see two people. One is obviously the Russian from the beginning of the movie, much older now, much grittier.
44 years older.
Yeah. And then a blonde girl. But the thing is, they don't have any suits.
Right.
Which is crazy. Because the old guy is like, he's from Earth.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I was like, where did this girl come from? Did he clone himself?
We know where she came from.
What? Wait, are you saying that he did a shark?
The kind of sexy, long leg, thin legged.
Did he?
I think that's Mama Shark.
No, they're sisters.
They're sisters in the way that the old man Russian scientists created them both.
But so he's like, hey, like, you gotta come back to our base because the sharks will just follow you. And then as he's trying to explain all this, they get into his rover, but one of the guys gets captured by another shark. He doesn't get eaten, he gets captured and held hostage.
Right. Oh, and if we didn't mention, the sharks are not at all practical effects. They're all Sci-Fi Channel exclusive graphic add-ins. And so it's occasionally fun to watch somebody fight something that obviously wasn't there, and the computer animator doesn't really know how to make the shark respond to what the human is doing.
Yeah. It is pretty bad, right? But like the guy's trying to explain, like, they're going to follow you because they can sense electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of a good explanation of why they have to go back to his base. They go back to his base, which is like the rocket that he came onto the moon with 44 years ago, and he was able to grow algae in the inside of the spaceship, which is able to give him oxygen.
Right, which is a similar idea to what they wanted to do. The Americans wanted to do.
Yeah.
So ooh, whoa.
Yeah. Which is like cool because it's like, you know, it's like it totally just reminded me of Michelle Yeoh in Sunshine. Remember? Yeah, she was like the botanist that was growing all this. So that was cool, right? And then we actually get a clip, or like we get a cutaway to the Sharksiety.
Right.
Where I think his name is Eli gets captured and he's like being interrogated.
And at the very beginning, you get the couple scientists that are training or creating the shark hybrids say that they have taught the sharks like rudimentary Russian, and so that they can follow simple commands and they can understand and stuff. Now the sharks have fully integrated that. They speak fluent Russian with each other, and some of the sharks even speak English.
No, none of them do. Remember, because the Russian guys, like, they don't understand English. Oh no, but the sister does,
yes.
right? Okay, yeah. Mama shark. But yeah, they're interrogating Eli, and he's holding out pretty well.
Yeah.
Right. Back at the ship, they're like they can't get in contact with the commander, so two of them decide to go out to the site to make sure that they're okay, because the commander would do the same.
Yep.
Good commander, I guess, right? Because like even when Eli gets captured, she's like, well, before we go back to the ship, we have to get Eli. Me, on the other hand, is like, Eli's a lost cause. I'm sorry.
Right. A giant shark creature just stole him, so we will inform NASA that he is gone.
He killed in action, or missing in action.
Right.
Whatever. And so now the whole plan is to like get back to the ship so they can go back to Earth. But the plans for the sharks are to go into the ship, but they're actually kind of nice, because they're like, you guys can stay here, we'll leave you the society here,
right,
and we will go rule the Earth.
Right, because they can breed, but their babies can't survive the moon, so they basically keep all their eggs, million of them.
Yeah.
And then they're going to load them into the spaceship, take them to Earth, and then they'll be able to dominate the earth like they were originally created to, with an army of 1 million baby shark monsters.
I feel like we could take him. You know, guns are really dope. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you've shot a gun before.
Yeah. They do mention that the doctor and his daughter girl made spears out of crystallized moon rock because it's the only thing that can pierce the hide of the shark. So maybe those sharks are bulletproof.
Like I'm not really going to harp on the science of this movie, but bone density. The moment they got into Earth, they should be crushed. Because if they're grown up on the moon, which has I think like 5 times less gravity than the Earth.
That's true, and they're not bouncing; they're just walking. You're right. At least the people are at least trying to bounce for the camera.
Yeah. These sharks, though, their bone density shouldn't be as strong. I'm just saying, the science is way off. I feel like we could take them. So the plan is for them to gather up some gear from the thing. We get a little bit of a little decent amount of backstory on like the Russian scientist and his daughter and how the daughter loves like Swan Lake and she reads all these Russian books and she's been told about the beauty of Earth and everything. So it all seems kind of cool. So they make a plan. They hatch a plan to go rescue Eli in the Sharksiety city. Meanwhile, the two people from the spaceship, they get taken out fairly quickly.
Yeah, so there's 4 people left on the spaceship.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are like, we lost contact with the commander. We're going to go out and find her. And the crew that left, and they just walk out and immediately get eaten. Yeah. And one scene is just this weird scene where the person gets bit by the shark.
Yeah.
And then falls to the ground, and you don't see the shark anymore. And the person is convulsing, and it's like this weird, is the shark eating that person from the bottom up? Or is the shark molesto this person? It looks like this person's body is shaking inappropriately.
It's going into shock.
Shock, we'll call it that.
But before they're able to save Eli accidentally gives away he got his leg bitten off, so he gives away the location so he doesn't get tortured anymore. Right. Which, hey, he held out as long as he could, right? And they needed that information because the ship was no longer emitting an electrical signal, so they couldn't pinpoint where it was. But I feel like it was like, you guys have been on this moon for 44 years. I feel like you know every nook and cranny of this place.
You would think, yeah, especially if the ship landed walking distance. A long walk, but walking distance to your
to your original shark attack.
Because they have built a little society, a little
they got
buildings and stuff.
They got homes,
right,
and all that stuff. So the 4 are able to infiltrate the prison, the jail. They said that it was the least guarded, and I was like, man, I feel like that sounds wrong. I feel like usually jails are the most guarded.
You're on the moon. No one is invading you. I feel like as long as the locks work well, you're pretty much you don't have to guard the jails.
Right. Also, I gotta say, I feel like by this time they're able to space travel pretty effectively and fast. I feel like they got laser guns on Earth that could take care of some shark people. They could have, if they want, they could have the ocean. All right, whatever. Cool. Y'all get the ocean.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need sushi. I'm fine with that. Let's see how you guys deal with Cthulhu. But they're able to rescue Eli, and they get back to the ship. The ship gets attacked, but the two people that were left on there were able to, again, see, like, they didn't have the moon rock spears, but they were able to take out a great white.
They had a metal pole and a wrench.
Exactly, but they're not made out of moon.
Stop analyzing things. You and your logic.
You and your logic. Oh man. But to buy them enough time to like fix the ship and everything, Eli is like, let me go deal with the problem, because I'm the one who gave away the position of the ship.
Yep.
And so he's able to blow up a shark.
Yeah. One shark. Problem solved.
And I was like, oh man, that sucks. He had to die after that whole speech about, we're gonna make it home.
Right. Yeah, he's like the instigator, not the instigator, the inspiration to get everybody to be like, yes, we can make this.
It's very Samuel L. Jackson, Deep Blue Sea situation.
Right. Yeah.
But before they can even like lift off the queen shark, who is sister to the daughter of the Russian scientist,
right,
is able to infiltrate the ship and take it over. They give up fairly quickly, though. They're like, oh, all right, you guys got us. You got us. Nah, you got us. And then they have a plan where they're like, all right, let's escape the ship. We can get onto the other ship, and then we'll be able to beat them to Earth and warn Earth.
Right.
But it looks like they're about to die. But then the bodyguard shark gets speared by Eli, who survived an explosion. I was like, what?
Right.
And then he died
immediately afterwards.
I was so angry. I was like, wait, no, you came back. The inspiration.
They're all like, Eli!
Yeah.
Gone.
The daughter is able to they're all able to jump off the ship. The daughter is able to drag the queen shark down with her. And then they make way to the rocket ship, because after Eli got chomped, they killed the other one. And then all of a sudden, like, a hand comes out with a USB stick. And like, oh my God, that's the flight plans. We can insert it into the other one.
Into the Russian ship and make it home.
And so they're all fighting to get to the Russian ship. But then the Russian guy is like, oh, how I can maximize the nitrogen that's inside of the ship and then use it to blow up the Sharksiety.
Yep.
And then all those babies will be dead.
Right, even though they said that they were going to load all the babies onto the ship.
I don't.
Which would have taken a long time if there was 1 million of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not
moving like a million large pickle jars.
Yeah. Like
onto a moving truck in a short amount of time.
Yeah. And so they're like, yeah, that sounds like a really good plan, because then they'd at least be able to disrupt the other spaceship from going to Earth from the rubble that would fly off of the explosion.
Right.
But then I was like, wait, I had to like rewind this a bunch of times.
Also did.
Because like they're like, I don't know what's going. Hold on, how are they gonna get back home then? But so they're fighting the other sharks, and then the queen shark is like throwing some of the crew members into the megalodon shark.
Yes, that's like a big giant angry dog.
Yeah, or maybe it's like what's it called? A whale shark. I think that's what it looks like.
Right, but it's walking. It's like on all fours.
Yeah, it looks like that Magic the Gathering card, the black one of the catfish. And then so like the Russian guy, he blows up the Shark City, and then
and right, because of the extra nitrogen, he can make a big explosion with his ship that will make the underground reservoirs erupt lava.
And then but before that, everyone gets thrown into this whale shark. The whale shark gets blown up as well. And then all of a sudden is entering the Earth's atmosphere, crashes into the water, and then they somehow had a life raft.
Because the Russian guy gave the daughter the life raft.
I didn't see that at all.
He gave her like a little disc, and it was like, DC's Flash technology, where he can hold his suit within his ring. This is like an entire inflatable boat with inside a hockey puck.
And then they're all of a sudden able to come out of the carcass of the whale shark, and then it seems like everything is all good. The daughter's like, "Oh my God, Earth is as beautiful as my dad had said."
Yep.
And then she starts to have pains in her stomach, and then oh my God, she got baby sharks inside of her.
She birthed out a baby shark.
She birthed out more than one, though,
Well,
right?
you see one, and then she's like, and then it bites the guy, and the guy flips it out of the boat, and she's like, "My baby!" And she jumps out of the boat, and then they're surrounded by baby sharks.
And then the commander's like, "Oh my God, we're so fucked."
Yeah.
Again, I still think we could take them. Like, I did not like. I was like, I'm not bringing this hybrid with me. Because when it comes down to it, species and all that stuff, you know, like obviously they didn't know she was pregnant,
Right.
but you know, like she was going to be a lab experiment in the first place.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, the moment she touched down Earth, like these Area 51 guys are gonna capture her, and then they're gonna slice and dice. I was like, wow, what kind of life is that for you?
Yeah.
Why don't you stay on the moon?
Right.
You know, this is all you know anyway, and you got a great view of the Earth. Look at it, so cool from here. And then the movie ends. This movie is... All right, before we go into talking like little tidbits of this movie, let's do our other segment: high star, low star. I feel like you didn't have a review written.
I actually did.
Oh, did you? Did you want to do it? All right. You know me, guys. Top of the dome. Let's go.
Boom. Did boom. 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 Boom.
Oh man. Yeah, if you guys like just asylum movies, this is definitely for you.
This says 10 out of 10. The title says it all. If you read Shark Side of the Moon and honestly expect quality, then you deserve to be disappointed. For me, this is an incredible 90 minutes of bad science, overreacting, ridiculous special effects, and bizarre creativity. Totally binge-worthy. If you are a fan of terrible sci-fi, then add this to your watch list.
All right. Here's mine off of the top of the dome for you guys. 1 out of 10. The only thing this took a chunk out of is my time.
That sounds exactly like somebody would say.
I don't even know where to start with this movie. I don't even begin to wonder. I even begin to wonder why I even started this movie. But I just thought I was going to be in for a time where I could just shut off my brain and watch stupid stuff. This definitely was it. This really reminded me of those VR games that used to be in the malls. The way that everyone is running around the moon. I didn't know if I was watching a shark movie or Brutal Rampage. I forgot that video game where you're fighting as animals. Primal Rage. There you go.
Yep.
I can't even begin to understand this movie. People can breathe up there. What are the sharks eating? Are they eating each other? I don't even know where to begin. Russians, stupid.
It didn't even cross my mind was like, what have they been eating for the last 40 years?
If you want to take a chunk out of something, why don't you go get a chunk of pizza and eat that? That'll be way more worth your time. 1 out of 10. This movie. All right, cool. Initial thoughts when you first heard about this movie.
Pure genius.
But this is coming from a guy who's hosted a Sharknado party every year that it came out.
That is true. We did all the Sharknado parties.
When I first saw that, I was like, I have to watch this trailer, and then I have to pick this movie because I cannot make this a TUBI original month movie and not have some sort of shark movie in there for Colby.
Yes.
And when I saw the trailer of this film, I was like, oh, this is gonna be hot garbage.
You mentioned it, and I was like, how have I not seen this movie?
I feel like Colby has this untapped well of shark movies on Tubi that he hasn't even gotten to the bottom of.
Right. Because we would just do like a bad movie night, and we'd be like, hey, let's watch some shark movies. And I'd go to like Prime, and I would like start scrolling through, and people would be like, how about that? And I'm like, I already seen that one. How about this one? I already seen that one. And so we would be like, then it'd be like
30 minutes in.
Sharkensaw, the woman prison shark massacre. We'd have to, find something.
Yeah, you got to find something that Colby has not gotten his claws into. And if you're really into that, Tubi has a plethora of crossover matchups of just different creatures.
Yeah, this year when we get to Shark Week month, we're gonna have to do a special.
Yeah, but we got to throw in some good shark movies.
Well, no, we'll do like 30 days of what is it? July shark. The Shark of July. I don't know. We'll do the 30 days, and we'll like go from like worst to best.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot out there. There's like Sharktopus. Oh yeah. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, this movie looks pretty good for an asylum film, and then also at the same end of the spectrum, really bad. like the science, the space stuff looks pretty decent. I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty decent production from Asylum right now.
Right.
But then when we get to the sharks, it's like, oh, there it is.
And then they're like, when they're like close up on people, they're like, the moon is like, oh, that's them on the moon. And then when it's like far back, it's like not even like Sci-Fi Channel. It's like 80s, PBS people moving on the moon. It's like, I'm doing the actions that you can't see because this is audio. Yeah, like it's Land of the Lost, like kind of
like
blue screen, or green screen.
Like I was like, oh, you guys couldn't have gotten like them on like some harnesses to at least mimic a little bit of the moon bounce.
Right. And they don't even have to build a full shark. Just like one leg and one arm, and then you could like reach that arm in from like side of the screen.
Oh, as they're fighting,
a little bit of practical in there. When like the girl's hiding under the table, you could have like a shark, like a foot come down, and it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because there was like one scene where the shark jumps in and it's small, and then as they kind of posture up to fight, like it grows because like they're like, oh, we made it too small. Let's just stretch it. Oh, there we go. That's the correct size to fight.
It reminded me, after Fast and Furious 3, I never like bothered to watch any of them. I was like, this is just getting ridiculous. It like stopped being about the cars, and now everyone's like a secret agent.
Right. Yeah.
But there is a portion because of like the discourse between Vin Diesel and The Rock that they couldn't even shoot scenes together. And so like there is a part where they're like supposed to be face to face, and then when you're looking at Vin Diesel, he looks way bigger than The Rock. And then when you look at The Rock, Vin Diesel looks like Vernon from Mini-Me from freaking Austin Powers. It was just so jarring. I was like, you guys are like a multi-million-dollar movie.
Right.
And you guys couldn't even get like the proportions right for this scene. It's just so weird. And this is the thing about throughout the whole movie. Like when they're trying to go get Eli from the jail, they go up against like a what great white.
Yeah.
And like from where they're looking, the great white looks like he has to be at least like 7 foot and like 400 pounds.
Right.
And then like when they kill him because he alerts the others and all that stuff, and then they cut away from him, now he's like this shriveled up like 5'5" being. And I was like,
Right, like a yeah.
You guys couldn't
like a
even
14-year-old
CG.
high school student.
Yeah. I was like, you guys couldn't even CG that part, like. And I understand, like, you guys are probably like, oh man, listen to you guys complain about this movie. No. Still watch this movie because it's hilarious to watch.
Yes. There is a point where a movie, like, it's like this movie is bad, and then it just, like, the bad is so much that it is now good again.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you guys have ever had to do this, but like, you know, like when you guys are like have to work like maybe a double, right? And then maybe you're working on 4 hours of sleep. Somewhere in the middle of like somewhere at the beginning of your double, you start to get sleepy, but then once you get over that wall, you're up again.
Right.
This is that movie.
Yeah. So like my example on that is always Team America. When the main guy gets really drunk and he gets out of the bar and he starts to throw up, and it's hilarious because the puppet's throwing up.
Yeah.
And then he keeps throwing up, and then it's like, okay, joke's over. Let's move on. And then he keeps throwing up for so much longer that it becomes absolutely hilarious again.
It's because of the factors of how ridiculous this movie is getting. You're just like, okay,
right.
I give up.
Yeah.
I give up on the science, the logic. I'm just going to watch the schlock of this film and just enjoy it for what it is.
And then the whole beginning part, like in Russia,
yeah,
sharks naked because they're sharks.
Wait, was there shark dongs all over the place?
There wasn't, because sharks don't really have dongs. They're hidden. Like there's
Red Rocket.
They're sharks. They're like smooth. But when they're on the moon and there's not anybody to see, then they're wearing clothes.
Which is weird.
And some of the big burly great whites are wearing like
chest plates,
but like not, this is protective armor. It's, I'm covering up my big
shark
girthy
titties.
Shark boobs. Yeah. That sharks don't have.
They have some shark titties.
They don't have big shark boobies, but apparently.
Well, you know, 44 years, you might start to develop some sort of religion, and then maybe the sharks learn shame.
You are correct. Did not go there.
Well, you know, I was a Sunday school kid, so like if you guys ever wonder the reason why we have clothes is because after the original sin, God was like, "Oh, disgusting shit! Put some clothes on."
Yep.
And so maybe they got a shark religion.
It is true. It's true.
We also don't know the life expectancy of these sharks. Like, it's never explained.
Right. You just assume that the human has lived, so the sharks must have also lived.
Like the same age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you're saying that Papa had mated with a shark?
It's the only thing I can think that how they got the girl who looks human but has
the shark back
and gills.
Oh, so you're saying that the Russian scientists folded to the shark hussy?
And I'm the lady shark who was in charge. She was thin and lean. She kind of looked a little bit like She kind of had a body like the girl from Avatar.
Oh.
Like, 40 years. Yeah, maybe you hit that.
I still do not condone the sex scene in the Avatar movie. I was like, yo, this is weird. And then, but like, there's like a cult following for that movie that are like, oh yeah, that scene is just like the paint me like one of your French girls scenes from Texas.
Yeah.
Did you watch the second Avatar?
I did.
I can't watch. I don't know why.
It made like $900 bajillion or something. It's long.
Yeah,
It is. It's good, and I understand. Like I enjoyed it, but like realistically, it is 45 minutes too long. at 2:15. I'm totally like
checked out.
This is a perfect length of this movie, and at like 3:05, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a long movie.
How long was that movie? 3:05.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, man, if it goes any further, they need to put a intermission.
But I admit, like, absolutely beautiful. Like we watched the 3D. They have like these 10-minute long like just, hey, somebody just graphic the bottom of the ocean of what this world would look like, and we're just gonna slow pan through it all, and it's absolutely beautiful. But it's like the kind of thing that you put on like your computer, and like this is gonna run in the background while I'm over here, cooking dinner, and there's just like something to watch.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be. There was like 4 or 5 of them. Every time they go to a new location, they did it.
Oh yeah, so this is like 40 minutes of that.
Yeah.
This is not that movie. This doesn't have any of it.
No.
Oh man. Oh, is there anything that you wish was added into this film?
One famous person. I don't know which one. I don't throw Lou Diamond Phillips in there as the guy, because I didn't necessarily the guy who was all cool and came in as the replacement, and then he just didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that was Lou Diamond Phillips, bam,
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put one of the Lawrence brothers in.
A Lawrence brother, yes.
Like someone who's like a C-list, like maybe they used to be really famous in the 90s, but just didn't grow as an actor. So he has to do these, or they have to do these kind of movies.
Right.
Like one of your main characters has to be a has-been.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal would have been amazing.
So you make Steven Seagal the Russian. Because he could play anything, right?
But he doesn't die in his movies. He doesn't. It's like in his contract. He's like, oh, I don't die.
Right. Yeah, that's
and
true.
I don't get beaten up.
That's true.
Because I'm Steven Seagal. Yeah.
Mario Van Peebles.
Who's that?
Sonny Spoon. He was like big 80s. Like African American actor in some sci-fi, who was good. He kind of disappeared. He was with his dad in a bunch of movies.
Oh, he's from New Jack City. I think that's like probably the only thing I know him from.
Yeah, he would have done this. He could have played that part.
Let's look up has-beens of the 90s. We could really just picture in these type of roles. Oh, freaking Vanilla Ice would have been amazing.
Oh my goodness, yes. I could totally got Vanilla Ice in there.
Oh man. I just think, yeah, like you definitely need one decently famous person that can really bring in the people in this movie. Wow, people's is kind of rough. Dwayne, Kel Mitchell would have been amazing. Yeah. I love Kel Mitchell. He always seems so nice.
Oh, there's the Lawrence brothers. You just said that.
Lawrence Brothers. Oh man, no, he wouldn't do this. The dude from 90210.
Isn't he?
The dude's a
Dead?
has-been.
No, it's the other one's dead.
No, the other one, Luke Perry. Yeah.
Oh, what's the one from 90210 that ran the bar?
Oh, from Sharknado. Right, yeah.
No, not him. Well, yeah. I feel like they would have felt that they were stealing this from Sharknado if it was him. But they could have done he was the one that ended up running the bar.
Well, I
or
didn't
the nightclub.
Yeah, I didn't really watch 90210. It was a little too adult for me.
Right.
Or just I wasn't.
Richard Grieco.
Or the guy from Saved by the Bell, Max. Any of the Saved by the Bell kids, really. Yep. Obviously, I think Dust, the guy who played the nerd, passed away. So
he did, yeah.
Can't do him. Bug Hall from freaking Little Rascals. It's sad to say that, man, Jonathan Taylor Thomas was like such a 90s little heartthrob kid, and now he just looks like a lesbian. You know exactly what kind of lesbian I'm thinking about too. The one that does woodworking. Yeah. I totally agree with you. That's actually I didn't really have that in my mind. But yeah, it definitely should have had somebody that was famous from the 90s, whether it be Lawnmower Man as the old grizzled Russian guy.
Right.
Or yeah.
But so kind of doing a little research on this movie because there's not a lot of research to do on a movie like this. But the captain, blonde girl, she is the drummer in a band called Mick and Maxie, M-I-K and Maxie, M-A-X-I. And I looked them up, and they are pretty decent band. They have very little following on YouTube. They have some music videos and stuff up. And
time to set up a TikTok account, guys.
Right. But pretty decent. If you guys are man, I really wish I knew what else I could watch the captain in. She's in a bunch of other kind of movies I've never heard of. But totally. When I was she's drumming for a band.
That's just pretty cool.
Two girls.
Just two girls?
Yeah.
Well, it was Keegan and Sarah or whatever, Max and Sarah, whatever that one band name is.
Yeah. No, pretty good. Check them out.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there's not really much left to say, guys. So it's another little early or a little short episode. Sorry about that. But we have very limited trivia on this. They're TUBI original movies. There's not going to be a lot of behind the scenes type of deals.
Right. The Rotten Tomatoes quote from the movie, a lot of times they give quotes. The quote is "Nature finds a way." I'm they did say that, but that's a Jurassic Park quote. We can't use that.
Oh yeah, you would have done better with I think I left the stove on.
Yep.
Which I was that was actually kind of funny. Because when he said, I was all right, maybe this movie has some jokes in it. Nope. Got let down in the joke department, guys. All right, guys. If you guys are new here, thank you guys for coming. Make sure to check out our other months. Obviously, we have a holiday theme months with Christmas and Halloween is our big holiday month movies.
And even though we theme all our months, if you don't want theme necessarily themed, we did talk about Puppet Master and stuff like that. Run through our list. We've got some full moon movies. We've got some asylum movies in here.
Yeah, and we got some of your favorite enigmatic actors such as Danny Trejo, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the epitome of acting, Nicolas Cage.
You're right. Yeah, we try to stick him in as often as possible. So he's in a lot of different.
He's a chameleon.
Ones.
Man is a chameleon.
Yeah,
he should go down as probably one of the most just interesting actors ever.
Right.
But we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at?
I so enjoyed this movie. Like, I want this movie in my collection because this is the perfect bad movie night movie.
Yeah, it doesn't run too long.
Right. Yeah. You from a city, you could not pay attention and not miss anything. You could certainly make some kind of drinking game out of it. Yeah. This themed snacks, lots of fish and shark themed food. I know because we've thrown some shark parties. Yeah. I don't know if you go as far as Blu-ray because I don't think that you get anything bonus.
Yeah.
It may make the special effects look even worse in super high def. But yeah, no, I would. I'd 100%. Yeah, this has got to be. There's some bargain bin somewhere where there's like 4 shark movies on like one disc, and this is one of them. And yeah, I would.
Yeah, you know, if I can find like, yeah, if it's like on a 5-in-1 little DVD thing, I probably buy it because it's like, oh, these are all going to be hilariously bad.
Yeah, yeah.
On its own, probably stream it for me. I'm not as huge of a shark person as Colby is.
This is more than just sharks. This is also a space sci-fi adventure.
Oh, you know what would have been awesome if this was a Aliens ripoff. So instead of like a shark side of the moon, there's space traveling, but then there's a shark that's like stalking the hallways of the ship.
As I was looking, there's an alien movie ripoff called like Alien Corruption or something like that. And one of the actresses in this movie is also in that movie, also put out by Asylum.
Yeah, that's where I would be at though. If this was like a space terror or a space horror thriller, definitely would have been. Oh yeah, give me that DVD.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We always appreciate you guys. Make sure to check out our links down below for Amazon, where you're gonna go shopping on Amazon anyway. Might as well chip in to the Texas Roadhouse Canadian Tuxedo Mullet fund.
Yeah, because nothing like a side of beef to go with a bad movie. But of course, we got our social medias, and we would love for you to follow and like all of our stuff online. It's the easiest way to see what we're dropping. We always kind of like, if you see cool movie previews, we always throw them up there, so you guys also know what's coming out. You know, just we're there. We want you to be there with us.
We're also there on YouTube on the WWT commentary, so definitely check that out. We're gonna have just videos on like trailer reactions, series reactions, movie reactions. Sometimes me and Kobe will do like a single or a little solo one. You know, obviously we're both adults. Sometimes it's hard to meet up to like watch an entire series together.
Right.
So definitely check that out. Comment on that too. Like, let us know what you want to see.
We even have a TikTok, and once I get off my lazy ass, we will have some videos on that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album, Muse for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.